Greetings everybody, this is SHAREfactory here, and welcome to the next video for my Let's Play series for Star Wars The Old Republic. And just a quick recap for anybody who did miss the previous video. In the previous video, managed to finish off the missions for the first area of Taris, and now just in the middle of completing the rest of the missions for the second area of Taris. And one of those missions included me going into the pirate base to look for some Rackle Plague antidote. However, when I got there, I had to make a decision on whether to take the vials from the pirate base and then let the mutated pirates tear the non-infected ones limb from limb, or I go search somewhere else. Tempting as that was to take the vials and let the pirates mutate and just tear each other limb from limb, I figured I'd let the shady medical staff on hand try and save them. So I'm going to go search in the abandoned hospital basement for some more Rackle antidote vials. So yeah, I don't want to waste my time with those enemies right now. However, a couple more things I should point out. This current footage was recorded pre-patch 7.0. So as you can see, the alignment choice is still down there. One of my favorite parts about it. However, you will see when the footage has been recorded post patch 7.0, they have taken that away, which I am really annoyed about. It's going to make it that much harder for me to make my one-of-a-kind Jedi Knight videos. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you do like what you see, feel free to hit the thumbs up icon down below, along with leaving a comment. I always look forward to hearing what everybody thinks of the current video. Also, if you want to be notified for when new videos have been released onto the channel, smash the subscribe button down below, along with the bell to receive notifications for when new videos have been released onto the channel. Yeah, just checking my bearings. Excuse me, hay fever's playing up. And the tracking relay. There we go. Tracking relay 2 out of... There. Tracking relay 3 out of 3. This is for the main story mission, where I met up with the assistant droid to the target I am trying to find on Taris, Dr. Gadera. His droid Remo quickly pointed out that Imperial intelligence found the lab a good while back and kidnapped the doctor, and said to go and find the tracking relays outside so he can triangulate his maker's coordinates, which is what I'm doing right now.
Unacceptable, but I am not armed to combat imp scum. Recommendation?
More help the merrier.
Dr. Gadera needs all the help he can get. You should come.
Excellent suggestion. Perhaps I can acquire new mission parameters from my maker. Triangulation complete. Transmitting the coordinates to you now. I am coming, but do not wait for me. My maker needs you, Jedi.
Okie dokie. Oh boy. Yeah, another mission I picked up was to reactivate generators and retrieve data from the main floors of the hospital, as you can see in front of me. Man, even though it's been a while since I've explored the entirety of Taris, it's still hard to believe that the damage that Malak did during his attack. Wow. And that was a reference to Knights of the Old Republic. And if anybody hasn't not seen it, I suggest you go and play it. Basically, Sith Lord used his starships to attack the planet of Taris, because back then they did not have planetary shields. On this mini mission, just for kill all the infected people here. Okay, so reactivate the last 2 generators. Thank you. I'll just loot
You're
here.
fine.
Thank you very much. And gonna reactivate the top generator on this top floor generator. Also, I should point out, if you do hear me stuttering or hesitating with any of my sentences, being an autistic individual, talk is not one of my strongest points, but I do try anyway. Okay, so I just need to reactivate the generator on the first floor, and then I can retrieve the hospital data. Okay. Oh no. I hate it when that happens. I'll reactivate the generator before that other person steals it. Okay, I'm only down by 1. Download the data. Okay, so now I just gotta return to the doctor who gave me the mission. Oh, yeah, I'll take out this infected NPC right here, and then I'll put them on the floor to retrieve the Raccool serum. Or the Raccool's plague antidote. Oh. Okay, the bonus mini mission for here. Again, just defeat kill Dynamite General Raccool's. That was the name of the hospital. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, here we go, in the basement of Dynamite General. One cool thing about the release of the patch 7.0 is that you get to choose a secondary combat or character class you can train as on your character. So Force users, so there's the Jedi Knight, Consular, Sith Warrior, and Inquisitor. Those ones can choose either one of the Force or Force-sensitive character classes. So for example, Jedi Knight can choose the Jedi Sentinel. I know it sounds a bit weird. They can go for a the Consular classes, so that's a Shadow or a Sage. The Sage is the more mystic using the combat. And there's a reason why I've chosen to stick with the light side here. It's because the main story mission has 3 outcomes depending on when you complete it. It depends on your alignment, if that makes sense. So after you complete the main story mission, after you find Dr. Godera at the designated coordinates given by Remo, then you will be speaking to someone who will give information depending on your alignment. So for light side, you have to go and see, that person will give you information about a possible colony going to be hit by a Sith Lord and her enslaved pets. I can't remember the grey alignment off the top of my head, and the dark alignment is going after artifacts, which you can keep for yourself. And if anybody does know the outcome of the grey alignment, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below, because it's been a while since I've done it. Okay, now I want to try and find a route back to the base. Oh boy, gonna have to go through Dynamite General again. Do not want to waste my time with the Raccoons. However, some of the negative points of patch 7.0, in my opinion, is that they've taken away the light and dark side alignment choices, which I feel made some of the choices a little bit more easier to make. They've taken away some of the combat options, which has elevated the combat combat difficulty that little bit more, because you have to wait a hell of a long time for the other moves to cool down before you can use them again. So annoying.
Just want to tell you, you're wrong. The dead do care what happens to them after they die.
Just completing one more mission here. However, there's going to be this mission will be a three-part mission, so or two-part mission. Sorry. So I've been asked to go to these tunnels right here to try and find some of the crew members that were lost, and I gotta go back and then tell them about what happened, and then they'll be giving me another mission to go back and explore some specific sites that the Rackles have been guarding. It'll be pretty self-explanatory when I get back to the person who gave me the mission. And why did I do that? Oh boy, I am a fool. An utter fool. Yes, and this game also relies on... some aspects do rely on being online, hence why, at the moment, the bars next to the light side icon are full, or they just gone down. As you can see, it depends on internet strength. But honestly, I really do wish that they closed off some of the missions
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
to actually make progression that little bit more easier. Example, there's a heroic mission which is out in the open where you have to take out a bunch of infected.
I don't see anyone with you.
Rackles. Oh, by the way, the tunnel mission I was just on. This is the person that gave me the mission. Anyway, going back to the heroic mission, it's all out in the open where everybody can just
one of them left you a message, Garth.
take out all the necessary targets before you even have a chance. And when you do finally think, oh, they respawned, yeah, you can attack them. Someone just sneaks in and just strikes them down.
I hear you found a way to make it worth your while.
What did you find? Was Elizu alive? What did that lying coward say about me?
Excuse me.
He said you've been stealing from the dead.
So dramatic. It's nothing big. The corpses are still filed. The data is preserved. It was just stuff. Jewelry mostly. No one was going to miss it. You're talking about people who died generations ago.
We'll see if you think prisoners have as few rights as the dead.
Very funny.
The commander's sending a team to retrieve the bodies. Thank you for doing what you could.
Stealing from corpses.
Ask your partner what's been happening to the valuables you find.
Oh,
Looting
please.
defeated
This is so
enemies.
humiliating.
Man, they're not going to miss their items,
Elizu
but
and I was stealing
from your dead friends, that's another thing entirely.
Why should you?
How could you? You told me those boxes were going to the Republic Archive.
Yeah, so I lied. What, you going to turn me in for that too?
We'll work this out later. We've asked enough of your time. Although, if you have a moment...
This is the other mission that I was on about when I was also in the tunnels.
Okay, this will sound crazy, but there's more Rackles at our grave sites than any of the Republic target zones.
Ah, they're just drawn to the noise and the smell of flesh.
We're not any noisier or fleshier than a platoon of soldiers. I think they're protecting their ancestors.
I hate it when that happens.
Ancestors?
When I'm in the middle of a cutscene like this, another character, another person just decides to swoop on by.
It'll be our first insight into how they think. This could be a first step toward taking the planet back from them.
How do you plan to achieve this?
The salvage team can't get to the main bombardment sites. There are so many Rackles there, you can see them by satellite, like a living carpet. If you could get samples from both the Rackles and the skeletons at one of the main sites, we could see if they're related.
Do you have details?
Why not?
What exactly are we talking about?
Let's give it a
There
shot.
probably isn't a way to get a Rackle to volunteer a genetic sample, so, I guess you'll be killing them. Then we'll compare their blood samples with genetic material from corpses in the same area.
Let's do this so I can focus on more important tasks.
Seriously, CMRRA, you think you can waste his valuable time on your crackpot
Is he
theories?
still talking?
You
Can
don't
someone
tell
just
me
please
what to
punch
do
him in the
anymore.
face?
We know how you feel about the people of Taris. Please don't let Gartha discourage you. This is important. And I don't think there's anyone else on this planet willing to brave those Rackles to find out. I'll be
I'd much
waiting to
rather
hear what
punch
you
him in the
find.
face or just shove my lightsaber through his skull. He is that annoying. And of course,
They're all the
going
medical
over
records I could find.
Thank you.
to the
I
person
am
who
sure
gave
you
me the
have
Dynamite
braved
General
many
mission,
higher profile dangers, but you will never
the
do anything more
reactivating
important.
generators and
You have
retrieving
saved
the hospital
countless
data mission.
lives. One of them may well be mine. My ancestors fled Taris 300 years ago, and my family still carries their curse.
It's gonna be a
thank you.
very long time before this gigantic mess is cleaned up. Okay, so where do I need to... Okay, so I got where I need to go for the burial grounds mission. Excuse me. I don't want to waste my time with with those Rackles. Here we go. And of course, if you're not sure if a mission objective will count, for example, a bonus objective where you have to kill certain enemies, just hover the mouse cursor over the enemy and see if the mission or bonus mission objective will appear underneath that enemy details, which appear on your right hand side of the screen. Okay, so I'm 2 blood samples down already for the Rackles, and just collecting the genetic material from the skeletons. Sorry, I needed to click my neck again. I don't know why that keep happening. Okay, I want to stay out of the local area because I do not want to right now. However, they will be crucial at a very later point when you start a whole brand new story arc revolving around a new faction that you build up from scratch, and which I will explain when I get to that point, which will take a lot of off-camera work. See if I can go into... Nope, I got spotted. I got it, but anyway. There we go, that's taking care of them. But no blood samples. Oh wait, I already got them. Whoopsie. Come on, there's gotta be some more. I know this is gonna sound weird, but there's gotta be more skeletons around here somewhere. Come on already. Ah, here we go. Here's one. Okay, so I got them all. Use the fast travel and head back to the base. Saves me going through it. Rackle territory.
Stand by for
again.
examination and suggested products.
Okay, my armor and sell all junk items, which I do not need.
You are fit
Thank
for
you very
duty.
much.
Return to your post.
Public sent a unit to retrieve our team's bodies. They said to thank you for your help.
Aren't you going to ask if he wasted his time on your pet project?
Why do you always try to ruin everything? Do Sullustan moms not hug their children or something? Did you get to the bombardment site? I don't see a scratch on you.
Just give him a punch in the face already.
Can you check right now? I want to see if anything comes of this.
Just let me see the samples. I've got a portable scanner that can give us preliminary results right now. That's amazing. There's over a 50% correlation. Genetic drift usually means a much less marked connection, even in a normal population after so many years.
They really are defending their ancestors then.
It means we just made one of the most important discoveries in Tarisian history.
Wait, the sudden
Where's
change
the
of
cynical
heart?
disbelief?
You can't dispute the numbers, CMRRA. You're right. This is amazing. If rat ghouls have enough rationality to remember people and places that matter to them, we can't keep treating them like mindless animals.
If they can think, maybe someday we can make peace with them.
Exactly. We need to cancel our operations in these grave sites. We can't keep antagonizing them.
But if we know they come to the defense of certain territories, we can bait them, draw them out, so the Republic can send in troops to exterminate them.
Constantly
No,
bombard the Reckles to wipe them out, or to
I'll
try
contact the Reconstruction Authority.
and
Do you have an
see if
opinion on
they
this?
can be approached peacefully.
If there's any way to coexist peacefully with the rat ghouls, we should take it.
And if the latter
guess
doesn't
it's a
work,
virtue
you can
to forgive,
always
right?
just revert to type
At
and
least
just
this way,
blow them,
maybe we can avoid those kind of attacks in the future.
blow them off
I'll
the
give the
planet.
Republic your recommendation. Thank you again
And
for
by
all
that,
your
just
help.
pause. Just constantly blow them up, so they don't exist anymore. Okay, so for the side mission, or one of the side missions here, or the planet-based story mission, I'll explain in a sec once I've gone to the commander
Any
here.
questions about military operations on... My pardon, Jedi. I'm actually expecting one of your order. Are you the one who saved my team at the Endar Spire?
Basically, there are two types
You're
of...
the one I'm supposed to report to?
Yes. I appreciate
What I
the
mean
service you
by
have done for
planet
me and for the
story mission
Republic.
and main story
The
mission is
data from the Endar Spire
the main story
will be
mission is the
invaluable to the
overall
Republic's
story
war
for
efforts.
the
Lieutenant
character class
Carlsu
of your
tells me there's
choice,
close surveillance footage of
and the
Imperial
planet story
warships.
mission is the missions that you undertake
was the least I could
exploring
do.
the planet.
Thank you for your service. Republic intelligence has been waiting for this data since the bombardment fell.
And of course, from this point on, all footage has been recorded from or post patch 7.0.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples
And
analyzed
this is the woman
see
who
what
gave me
we've
the
got.
mission to find the Rackle serum vials in the pirate base, to which I had to go
Well,
and
thank the
take a
Force
detour
for
to
good
Dynamite
Tarisian
General.
storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries.
Sorry,
While
I
we
was
wait,
irritated.
is there a
Slightly
cost
irritated me.
to these samples I should be aware of? A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps?
There were difficulties, but the Force was with us.
You make it sound
Pirates
so
in the
easy.
base, struck them down, nothing I
here
couldn't
we
handle.
are.
Easy peasy.
Fortunately, the plague is so virulent it cultures very rapidly. Bad news. The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years
The reason
ago.
why I've changed
The
Kira's
Raku plague
attire
has
for now
mutated
is
since then.
because when I was
The
trying
serum
to
will only provide
enter the
effective
cutscene,
immunity for extraordinarily healthy
part of
individuals.
her original robe that I chose for her was just
I'm sorry it didn't
glitching
happen as you
through
hoped.
the halfway
I'm not giving up.
through her
Now
body
I
for
just
some
need
reason.
what we call a
It
lucky
tends to happen for my
survivor, whose
character as
system
well,
has
so I
made
just changed it
antibodies to the
to
modern
something that
plague. Haven't had a survivor yet,
won't do
for
that.
obvious reasons, but this
And then I
serum
will switch
might
back as
provide
soon
the
as,
link we need. If I infected an
I'm
extraordinary
done with this
individual
cutscene.
protected by the
Crying out
serum,
loud, this.
I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
And as I stated previously, another character
I'm
just
troubled
wandered
with the
into cutscene,
direction
which
this
is very
discussion is
annoying.
taking.
I need someone with proven recuperative powers. Someone who gets injured almost on a daily basis. Ideally, they would have survived stabbings, shootings, poison, infections, maybe all of the above. Or barring that, someone with conscious control over their bodily processes, such as a Jedi.
I am well versed in that art. It should be safer for me than others.
Yeah, I've
Well,
had all manners of dangers
and I
just
have this
thrown at
whole
me.
speech ready.
Why not?
All right. We have a medical droid, CB-084, set up to observe rat ghouls in the field. He'll be able to collect the
And the
antibodies
droid
and slow any
she
potential
just mentioned
complications.
is in the next
After
area
I give
where
you the
I will be
serum,
traveling to.
go out there and test it. Let the rat ghouls attack you and see what happens.
Excuse me, what?
You don't have this plague in a needle or something?
It needs to work in the field. It needs to work in the field. Now, here's your serum injection.
You want me to get infected?
I hope the Force is with you, because the science is stretched to the limit.
Oh boy. I should definitely give him more mercenary, like I just said. Just charge there. I mean, purposely getting bitten? I mean, that's a tad too far, thank you very much. And as you can see, some of the differences already. Some of the combat options have been erased, and the alignment choices have been taken away. Which is very irritating. Also, I should mention that, oh goody, I got bit. Never thought I'd say that. As you can see, the loadout screen is much better. As you can see, I was on the companion screen, I got my own character screen, etc. There was also the combat style section that you saw there that can be used to switch in between your character class or character combat class. So for my Jedi Guardian, I've actually chosen for
You are fit for duty.
for
Return to your
him,
post.
this is the secondary combat class, and just cut out the traveling section for this bit. Headed to the third area, and now here is the medical droid that the
I see your
insane
infection is
doctor mentioned.
progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Cell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, and inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh?
Getting much for some takeout, for some takeaway. You got any
I
on
could go
stock?
for a Nerf burger. That doesn't count, right?
I will note it on your chart. Here's Dr. Cell.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately.
Oh, here
You
we go. The
are
boring
remarkably
paperwork
brave.
stuff.
Our progress has
Ugh,
just
I
jumped
hate that.
forward by years. While you recuperate,
Details, woman.
I'm going to transmit the
Why
usual
do I need
secrecy
it?
agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor.
I'm not exactly clear on what you're talking about.
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the Exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
Lives will be lost while this profit is
Serum
being
needs to go
made.
to everybody.
Tell me something I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay.
Every week we hear another Rakul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine. How do I tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
Light a fire under them.
Tell them I'm already selling my blood elsewhere to start up a competing cure.
You know, that's not bad. It ought to light a fire under them.
Also, I should
Thanks for
mention
putting
that if
yourself
I
on
do
the
stay
line for this.
silent during certain cutscenes
taken
and or
years to do it
gameplay
the safe
sections,
way.
for the
Don't know if
cutscenes is
Taris
because I want to
will
give
ever be
everybody a
what it
chance to hear
was.
what is going on
But
during the
now, at
cutscenes,
least,
and
there's
for the
hope.
gameplay sections is because I'm trying to
Stand by
focus
for
and
examination
take
and
down all the
suggested
enemies and trying not to die. And as you can see, the inventory screen has changed as well. And just to make it a little bit more neater, I have moved some of the combat options into the main section, as you can see there.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Just gonna get
What do you
another mission
think,
right
Kron?
here.
The foundation of the Taris Chemworks factory cannot be repaired. I expect total collapse within 2 weeks. Once the building falls, the stored chemicals will flood this area. They are...
Long story short, need to
highly
go into a
toxic to
chemical
humans.
factory.
I am sorry,
that's gonna be collapsing.
I'll make sure there are speeders on hand.
Ay,
But
ay,
we
ay.
can't just pack up and go.
Some of
Do
the
what you
missions on
can.
here.
As always, I will pursue an alternative. Master Jedi, forgive my inattentiveness. I am honored by your presence, though I advise you not to stay long.
You were talking about evacuation. What's going on?
Many of these ruins are unstable. A nearby structure used for chemical storage is on the verge of crumbling. As I was explaining to my colleague, there is only one way to remove the chemicals before they spill. A burn-off. A well-armed demolitions team could reach the structure and incinerate the chemical stockpiles. I can provide the incendiaries. Unfortunately, no team is available.
I wouldn't worry. It can't get much worse than this.
You are... apologies. Mistaken. These chemicals are known to cause at least 17 distinct illnesses. Between the structural instability, the toxicity levels, and the incendiary chemicals,
So
the
I'm gonna
mission
go
does
into the
carry
Chemworks
substantial
factory
risk.
to burn
It
off
is
any
nonetheless urgent. You are not a
toxic
demolitions team. I fully
aftermath that
recognize
it might
this.
produce when it
But if you
finally
could arrange
collapses.
the burn-off, I would humbly welcome your aid.
Sounds easy enough. Okay, so where are the other missions around here? Ah, yeah, here's one of them.
Master Jedi, please, excuse me. The Republic told me you might be able to help with a difficult situation. They say you are a most reliable operative on Taris. Have you heard anything about titroxinate being sold on the black market?
What's titroxinate?
Titroxinate was the pre-patent name for the weaponized agent we think was responsible for the Rakghoul plague. The Empire could fashion it into a terrible weapon, turning us soldiers into monsters and setting them against us.
How exactly can I help with this?
Trace the original titroxinate samples to an old Chemworks factory. It's overrun with nicks.
Oh,
We
so
can't get
the
near
same
it.
Chemworks factory where
If you can
I gotta
retrieve
go
any
to
canisters
destroy
that
the toxic
remain,
runoff.
the Republic will
Here's also
see
the
you
same
well
place I gotta
rewarded
find
for
this
your effort.
titroxinate. Okay, so with that mission obtained, gotta go here for
Master
the
Jedi, what
planet
brings you to
story
our
mission.
small corner of Republic
Continued.
space? This
Planet
is
story
such a
mission.
great honor.
Tell me what's happening.
We're having some trouble. Nothing you couldn't have predicted, but there you are. Our
What is
bases
he
here are
hiding?
far from self-sufficient. We're
My
not
gut instincts
farmers,
tell
and
me
there's no
he's not telling
existing
me everything.
infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ship, and
Excuse
this
me?
one just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Taris.
Is the ship lost? Why haven't your men recovered the supplies?
Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rat ghouls, but couldn't make an ID. If you still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the
Go
crash.
talk to the quartermaster for more details. Okay then. Maybe the quartermaster will tell me if you're hiding anything.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Okay then. That is
Usually,
not the usual
people are
reaction
happy if I come
when
to make
my
things
character
better.
shows up.
I'm Karen Weck, Quartermaster. Commander Gardet just called to say you're retrieving our supplies. For which, by the way, I and the rest of the troops here humbly thank you. But I don't want Commander Fat Pants to think it means he gets away with this. Steal from your troops, waste Republic money bringing in silks and wine from Alderaan, and it's fine. Because some
You
wandering
what?
Jedi will happen in to save you.
Knew he was hiding something.
That's a serious
But I
accusation.
need the proof.
I said over and over that
she
the
knows
ship
where I can
needed
get it,
repairs.
I am more than
the
happy
left
to help her.
stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
Putting his men at risk for his own indulgences
Well,
is
if
a
he'd done
grievous
that,
misuse
then
of
he
authority.
Definitely should
And
face
then
the
some.
music.
But he simply slashed the rations budget in half and figures it's over. The men are starving, and starving men don't hold up well against creatures where one tiny scratch could lead to a base-wide epidemic. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
Will do.
When you put it that way, how can I refuse?
Thank you. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what
Sounds
caused
easy
the
enough.
crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though.
Excuse
The
me.
crash site isn't
Neck is
far.
killing
When
me.
you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in a circle to do this. So I'm gonna be saving the supply run and evidence taking, photo taking for last. I'm gonna do the missions that are located, I believe, in a pirate base just up ahead, or the Chemworks factory area. And if people are watching this thinking, my god, Taris and Nashadar are along, you haven't seen Tatooine, Alderaan, or Hoth. Or the other planets. Say, Balmor is another long-winded planet. Voss is not as bad. I'm not going for the main story mission. Like I said, I'm gonna be working my way around, and then after I finish all the missions in the Chemworks factory area, I will be going to that mission, or those missions, because the bonus mission is to take the evidence needed to get the general court-martialed. I really don't want to waste any time on the next two, or the robots, or pirates. I'll just be focusing on the animals inside Chemworks factory.
There, good as new.
Okay, just gonna loot the raccoons. Oh, a titroxinate canister. Easy peasy.
You take me to the nicest places. Don't mind me, I'll just be holding my breath.
Another canister. I really wish they didn't erase some of the combat options. They're really annoying when dealing with a lot of enemies. And taking away the alignment choices as well. Not good. Okay, then I want to go down that way, see if I can get all the missions done. Yeah, I'm gonna go down that way, because every time I've come to the Chemworks factory, I've always just gone down that way. The one corridor option. Oh, and nearly done the bonus mission already. Take out all the raccoons. Sweep out shit is gone. Urgh. Just check the attack. General chat, so nothing important there. So we can take it off. Don't spam me. Yes! 2 more titroxinate canisters to go, but it looks like there are no toxic spill-off. The toxic spill-off canisters are down the other corridor. Oh, that is wonderful. 'Tis bloody wonderful. Come on, there's gotta be... Nope, there are none here. So 2 more, please let them... So not in the firing corridor. None. Zip, zero, nada. Down the other corridor I go. But at least I got all the tight trucks and their canisters. Oh, phooey. Don't want to waste my time with those radicals. Please don't spot me. Yay! So I'm in the right area. Someone's already taken it. This is what I mean about some of the missions being like open to everybody. Now I have to wait a very long time for them to respawn so I can actually do them. So annoying. Ay, come on! No other. No choice, had to go through the radicals. Oh yay! Toxic spill-off canisters. No, too far away. I'm gonna get spotted. Yep, I got spotted. I don't know why the enemies take less time to respawn than the canisters. I mean, seriously. Canisters in here. None in here. Darn it! Okay, contemplating my next move. Gonna have to go in here and take on this radical. This is what I mean about some of the combat options being taken away. It would have made it much more easier if I had access to all the moves, but no, they took them away. And the alignment choices, they gotta bring those back. I'm sorry. Still not reset? Really? Come on, there's gotta be an... And it's all the way over there. Okay, so I only need one more. If I can find the thing. No, I just recently got that one. I'm gonna double check it. And I got that one. I'm just gonna double check. Come on, really? Okay, I'm gonna check more thoroughly in here. Just I'm gonna clear out all the radicals.
You're fine.
Okay, so no barrels on this side. And no barrels. So now I have to wait for the other ones to respawn or reset. Don't know why they take more time than the enemies. Nope, no barrels there. Hooray! Finally! So that's all the missions in the Chemwork factory completed, so I can leave. Oh great, so I can only turn those in at the quad drive units, which can be accessed at the Republic fleet, by the way. Because the quad drive units is a multiplayer flashpoint mission. Oh, but I gotta go through the whole
You're fine.
Good luck in there. Okay then, so for the last mission in this area, which is going to be the main story mission, gotta go to Dr. Godera's laboratory. There we are. This one should go a little bit easier than the Chemworks factories, where I have to wait around an eternity for them to reach to the points to respawn. The imps are in here?
How do you know Dr. Godera?
Okie dokie. Time to take out some imps and find the doctor.
Sigunra deha yaliska chanaga. We think a chasa hopoma.
Keep out of sight and protect your friend.
He doesn't have any weapons on him and no armor, so he can't really help us. Safer to stay put. Gonna be plenty of Imperials on the bottom floor. Whilst I wait for the elevator to arrive, I shall take out this Imperial droid. And there we go, right on cue. Bottom floor, please. Imperial infested, and the location of Dr. Godera. So I'm over a third of the way there. Takes care of that. Time to head on further. No, I'd better be safe because I want to complete this bonus mission. I shall take out these materials here. Because why not? Don't know why I'm getting a bunch of quad drive tokens. Also, for later on, we're doing companion recruitment missions. They should introduce something in the cartel market where you are able to bypass certain missions and just instantly recruit the said character you're trying to recruit. 3 examples being where you have to go and beat a bunch of world bosses or high-level enemies to take down. 2, it's for the Ragul event only, and some of the materials are stupidly priced. For example, for 50 anodyne extract, it's over 200 million credits. That's a rip-off. Even for 10, they placed it at 10 million credits. And for a PvP-based recruitment mission, please just give me a recruitment token so I can bypass that as well. Because being on PvP, I do find it a bit irritating. And not very pleasant. So please just introduce like a bypass token. Again, those will come up much later on in the story arc after chapter 6 of the origin story. So
There,
origin story,
good
there's
as
6
new.
chapters overall, and then you go on to the next story arc. So that's the bonus mission completed. Now to move onwards.
Stand down, Jedi. I'm afraid we both lose this contest. Dr. Gudera killed himself rather than be captured. It's a tragic
buy
loss.
Your goal was to kill
Something
him.
else is going on here.
He was far more valuable to us alive.
You're going to
We are
extract
prepared to leave
information from him,
Taris
then
without further
kill him.
violence. Full cessation of hostilities. Do you accept?
Go. But make it quick and never come back here.
Glad we could be civilized about this. Farewell.
Wait, Jedi. These filthy imps are lying to you. My maker is not dead. I arrived late because I performed a second triangulation on my maker's bioscan.
Thought we destroyed that irritating machine.
I thought something else was going on here.
Now you both have to die.
No, it's you 3 who are going to die. Also, earlier on I did mention that a specific mission will have a specific outcome depending on your character alignment. This is the mission.
Critical damage. Circuits failing. Transmitting my maker's new coordinates to you now. Save him. Do not let my functions end in vain.
You will not die yet. I will resalvage your memory core.
Your main
Thank you very much.
processor and memory circuits are intact. If there's a way to repair you, I'll find it.
Filthy imps. Kill them all.
O wamawanka mituski o wana tablota wijawa.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Not my finest performance,
That Rodian
but
was a
serviceable.
Watcher 1.
Do not fear.
Come on,
Dr.
I can't believe I
Gudera
fell
is
for that.
unharmed. I painlessly rendered him unconscious and gently carried him to safety.
How did you make yourself appear to be Rodian?
A good watcher never gives up his secrets. We could continue this chase forever, but what a waste of resources. I suggest a compromise. Give me time to administer truth serum to Dr. Guerrera. Once he reveals his secrets, he's yours. We'll both have what we want.
You've already deceived me twice. I'd be a fool to give you another
You
chance.
duped me once. Why should I believe
My
you?
deceptions have failed to produce the desired result. Now, I'm telling the truth. I will purchase time for interrogating Dr. Guerrera by offering you something of great personal interest. A Sith assassin is on Taris, preparing to massacre a small Republic settlement. I can tell you where.
Why are you so readily sharing this with me?
The information Dr. Guerrera possesses is worth more than
Yeah, so if
terrorizing
your chosen
defenseless
character
colonists.
alignment or
I know
chosen
you won't risk
Jedi Knight
innocent lives. It's not in
your Jedi Knight character
We have to help
alignment
those
is
people.
Rescue your
in the
settlement.
light side,
When that's done,
then
come
this
here
is
and you'll
the
receive
mission
Dr.
outcome
Guerrera
that you will
unharmed.
get.
You have my word.
Watch one telling you about the Sith
Betray
assassin
me,
about to attack
you'll
the
regret it.
colony
Republic
that's about to be
colonists
set
have
up
a
on
temporary
Taris.
shelter near some ruins. Sending the coordinates now. The Sith assassin is noted for being a master of beasts. She likely won't be alone. I advise caution. Good luck, Jedi.
Okay then, so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be ending this episode here. I do apologize about the length of this video, but I do hope you all enjoyed it. So when I pick this up next time, I will be picking up the evidence and the supply run mission for the area I was just, or the safe zone area I was just in, along with the other missions. So until next time, everybody, I've been SHAREfactory. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.